I bought it for the cover art, let's be honest. Welcome to Cody in the Cinema. Today I'm discussing steelbooks that I think you should pick up in the Barnes and Noble sale if you don't already have them from other places or from Barnes and Noble. And the first one I wanted to recommend to you just has gorgeous cover art here. You got Bruce Campbell wielding a shotgun and chainsaw? Yeah. Army of Darkness. This is, Bruce Campbell has to go into the past, not back to the future, to the past, and battle the army of the dead to get back home. He has a romantic adventure or two, and this is your action adventure zombie funny movie. I got to say, I was pretty skeptical about this, and I did end up getting it, and it was a lot better than I thought it would be. The one-liners really land, and for me, I grew up on the TV show about the spy. Michael Weston and Bruce Campbell was in that, and I've been a fan ever since. But I really like this one, and the cover art and the inside, it's just beautiful. It also has the Blu-ray here with it, and I believe, yeah, there's like a director's cut, an international cut, and a television cut. So it's quite the package deal here. You don't have to even have a 4K player, but it's a good one to get while it's on sale. The second thing I wanted to recommend to you, if you don't already have this one, all-time classic. And I know that there are different versions of this, but I just really like the packaging on Carrie. And this one has the 4K, the Blu-ray feature, and more special features here. This one, I think I've seen a few times actually in the store. You may not even have to order it online, but great performance. Piper Laurie, kind of underrated beside of Sissy Spacek in this one. One of my favorite actresses in The Hustler, right? She's in that movie too, but this is the classic bullied teen gets revenge movie, Stephen King novel there that it's based on, but I would get a hold of this one. It really looks cool, especially the back here has an interesting art pattern, and as does the front. So I know that there are different versions of this, but I really like this steelbook. I would get this one if you're into that movie. And if you haven't seen it, it's a really good classic horror. Along the lines of classic horror, I'm a big fan of the Friday series, and I blind bought Friday the 13th, the final chapter, some time ago. And this is actually like maybe my favorite steelbook. I love the simplicity of it, the knife through the mask there, the cool white and red font. Jason's body has disappeared from the morgue on there as well. This one, I think, yeah, this one's kind of bare bones. It just comes with the Blu-ray. Nothing too special about the inside of the package, except that you get to see one of his kills there. Whew. Good one. This is one out of the slasher series. Like, this is probably the most roundly entertaining I've seen, but I'm a big fan of 1, even though some people think it's slow, and I also really like 2. This one's like the most complete of the ones I've seen. But it is on sale at the Barnes and Noble sale for steelbooks. I would pick this up if you're a fan of that genre. All right. I went a long time, despite having many friends in baseball, without seeing Major League. And when this first came out, like, I bought it for the cover art, let's be honest. No, I bought it because I knew it was a classic, right? And this is really way better than it should be as a comedy. A few parts are a little interesting in terms of how it's aged, but for the most part, it just lands, right? And it's about a baseball team that is intentionally created to lose so that the owner can like move the team after the attendance drops to a certain point, but they end up becoming this kind of like good ball club. And Tom Berenger really gives a great performance in here. Charlie Sheen, good in there as well. So this is one that if you haven't seen it, it's a nice steelbook because the cover here even has some significance. And this is another one where you get the digital copy and not much inside of it, but just the 4K there. But I really enjoyed this. For me, this would be probably a once-a-year watch around spring or baseball season. So if you're into those kind of comedies, I do think you would enjoy this if you haven't seen it. And probably one that I just got from the sale that I love this movie, And I can't wait to open it up and really give this a couple of watches. The first time I saw this was on a tiny TV, you know, with like one of those VHS DVD dual players. So I'm excited to see it on the big screen. I've never seen Platoon on the big screen. Just no idea what that looks like. And it's awesome here with the helmet upside down, the black and white, the ace of spades there. Just it looks real nice with like the dog tags there too. And it comes with the 4K and yeah, Blu-ray as well. Good inside packaging there. Big cast, one of those timeless sort of classic Vietnam movies that you got to check out with Charlie Sheen and again Tom Berenger. It's my favorite Oliver Stone film, so I really enjoy it. I haven't seen JFK in forever. Maybe I would like change to that one if I were to watch that again. But love Platoon, highly entertaining, very easy to watch, a very good one to watch with adults in your life, and a powerful message in that one. One that I think maybe has fallen off the radar a little bit, that I thought was a good biopic, if not even a great biopic. Probably the most original cover of these steelbooks. Rocketman. Unbelievable art there. You got Elton John on the back. That's Taron Egerton, I think's his name. Playing Elton John there. And the inside looks like they've got a Blu-ray for me and then a DVD. And this one might even get an extra bonus if they have the Paramount sale going on too. But this movie really does a good job of demonstrating the troubles and trials that Elton John had to go through. So it's going to feel sort of familiar in terms of like covering the redemption of the rock star. But this is a really good job of like not only covering the life of Elton John, but the songs, the way that, for example, Your Song is incorporated is really appropriate and well done. And some of the stuff I didn't expect. When I saw this with my wife, she had no idea that Elton John had this kind of a life for a long time. But I think fans of classic rock, and especially people who have seen Elton John live, as I have, are going to enjoy this one. And just the blue glasses, I mean, it's perfect. It's the kind of movie that demands a steelbook, and it's not very expensive when it's on sale. And finally, another movie that I try to push anytime I can, because I feel like it kind of gets pushed aside by some of the other Studio Ghibli heavyweights. When Marnie was there, this actually, the longer I've watched these, this might be like number 2 behind My Neighbor Totoro for me. This is the story of a young girl who ends up leaving for another location during the summer because she has some problems with asthma, and she sees a mysterious sort of mansion across this lake, meets this young girl, and it becomes this really good mystery with a little bit of a supernatural flair to it. Some good flashback sequences, top animation. The English voice acting is great. And it's, like most of these movies, it's very pretty, very artistic. And just the kind of movie that makes you feel good after you watch it. It has that intergenerational connection that I like to see in movies sometimes. If you've watched my channel before, you'll know that I'm a big Yasujiro Ozu fan. So there's some of that blended in there as well. But definitely one that I feel like just because it's not like Spirited Away or Princess Mononoke or whatever, it kind of gets a little bit overshadowed. So this is a nice steelbook. I love the simplicity of it here with the moon and the young girl across from each other. And really, even if you go in your Barnes and Noble, they might just have multiple good steelbooks on sale, whatever you want from Studio Ghibli. So those are my recommendations just based on stuff I have setting around my apartment. What are some steelbooks that you like, whether they're in the collection or not collection? Barnes and Noble sell or not? Let me know in the comments below. Keep clicking that like button for me. Helps grow the channel. And we'll see you next time on Cody in the Cinema.